All right.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Mayor Manager meeting for Wednesday, February 28th. Online with me is Executive Assistant Krista Gravy, Mayor Pro Tem Joe Anderson, Deputy City Clerk Sarah Harkness, City Manager Shawn Lewis, City Clerk Stephanie Carlisle, City Attorney Tamara Niles, and Deputy City Manager Tim Dodd. Shawn, do you want to kick us off?
All right, thanks, Mayor. We'll start with the March 4th meeting. We have a study session on the monthly financial report for January, city facilities energy audit update, Parks and Rec general obligation bond. And it looks like we've got times assigned to all of those except for Parks and Rec.
That one I'm thinking may take about 15 minutes or so. So we may go into the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll just ask Kevin to keep it shorter on the January. If you could do that, Shawn, keep that as short as
Okay.
possible. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
And then moving on to the regular agenda, we have some recognition of South Platte Renew and utilities folks, strategic plan revisions, and the Bates Logan Phase 2. Looks like we
Just Bates Logan, I would say no on consent just because it's,
yeah.
we want to talk about it.
Mhm. And then lastly on this agenda, approval of an amendment to an IGA with CDOT for the design and construction of Dartmouth traffic calming corridor.
Okay. Cool.
And I think we had already taken the strategic plan off of hadn't we?
No, I think last
Consent?
time we discussed, we said we were going to keep it on just because unless there were significant changes that came out of what we decided on the retreat. So we said yes, just keep it on consent.
Oh, okay. Well, we would recommend it not be on consent because you've got 50 new projects on that in your strategic plan now
Okay.
as a result of that.
Okay. I'm fine taking it off of consent, but
I think it would get pulled anyway.
yeah, most likely. Okay, I'm fine with that.
All right, March 11th, we have 4 study sessions after having nothing on here for a long time. We've got survey of city council compensation in comparable Denver metro cities, comparison of city board and commission processes to identify potential efficiency improvements, report on public comment procedures among various Colorado cities, and the biannual report to council from innovative housing concepts. Clerk's office, did Lindsay ask to go first by chance? It looks like most of these are staff except for hers. I wonder if we could.
Yeah, we can definitely put her first.
Okay.
You guys want to do times for these?
Yeah, I may as well. So the first one I would think about a 15-minute discussion potentially.
5-0 or 1-5?
1-5. And Joe, feel free to disagree with me on any of these. Comparison of city boards, I would also think about 15 minutes discussion.
Yep.
Public comments, that sounds about right. Is it really going to be a 30-minute presentation? I think the discussion's right, but.
Mayor, all 3 of those are my items. And no, I don't think it will take 30 minutes.
Okay. I figured as much, Tamara. Thank you. And then biannual report to council. I may have a few questions. I'm thinking what, 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, Joe?
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
Okay.
Great. Moving on to March 18th. We have a study session memo for Denver Fire. In fact, I think right now they are the only topic on there, which is probably good. This is really just a check-in that we should be doing annually. And we can also talk about some of the questions council has raised. We've got a resolution on the regular agenda for eMurph recognition agreement. Also recognition of Stephanie Carlisle for the Othoniel Fellow of International Institute of Municipal Clerks.
Wow.
We have a training center lease renewal at Broken T Golf Course and an IGA with Adams County Health Department for the Colorado Local Entity Air Network Clean Program. Questions on
Okay.
those?
No questions.
Okay.
Shawn, this is Krista. I might be mistaken, but is this the meeting where we are thinking we need to start a little early?
Remind me the reason.
For Denver Fire's item.
Did we tell them we were starting early on that one?
No, let me look at our
Oh,
notes.
because we thought it could go. I think at one point we had 2 study sessions on this one. Sarah, is the plan to just have this one?
Yeah, I think this one, we just planned one. This one for March 4th was one that I thought maybe we could start a little early if you wanted to have public comment begin at, right at 7, like 15 minutes early on the 4th, but
Well, I'm not expecting those to go too long. As long as we keep the finance item shorter, I don't see the city facilities energy audit taking that long. I don't expect it to take 30 minutes. Now that I
Okay.
think about it, but I think we should be okay.
okay. Yeah, this one should be good too, or this one.
Okay. Thanks for the question. Moving on to March 25th, we have mitigation strategy for out of code sanitary sewer mains, lead reduction program code amendments, phase 2, preliminary design of, preliminary December 2023 monthly financial report, February financial report, review and discuss proposed city attorney ethics manual. Any questions on those?
No.
Okay, moving on to April 1st. Just 2 items right now, low-income energy efficiency outreach plan and the lead reduction program code changes phase 2.
Mhm.
We also had preliminary on April 8th, preliminary 2025 revenue expenditure underlying forecast assumptions. April 15th, city ditch cost recovery methodology, and also contract for services for programmable logic control replacement project. April 22nd, consideration of the 2024 Citizen of the Year, impact fee discussion, youth advisory board, monthly financial report for March, review preliminary 2025-2028 capital projects list with council. And then last, on May 27th, April monthly financial report. And I am pulling up our last council meeting. A couple of things. We had just questions at council meeting about that is my bi-weekly with Rita. Never mind.
I'm looking to see if they're on here. I don't see them on the parking lot. From the last meeting, I had council requests from member Ward about the city policy on tobacco parks.
Yeah,
I think
it's
we
no
wanted it-
smoking. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we also wanted to look at the code for entering the home. So that was a study session item, and is that in there? That is not. So that's all around the whole lead, everything that we talked about, utilities. And it came up during water and sewer board as well. But there was agreement on that. Policy of public records, and then the holidays. Oh, the holidays. I was that's in there. Holidays and the role of council. So that's in there already.
And then we also had home-based business
Home-based
regulations.
businesses. Yep. All right. Yeah, so most of them are in there. I think we're just missing that one about code for entering home. Okay. All right. Shawn, did you have anything else?
Yeah, I'm just looking over. I think we've got everything. Tamara's already got her study session items on the agenda. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Anything else from staff?
Mayor, I did have one thing. The
Sure.
EDDA had reached out and asked what process city council wants to use for EDDA budget amendments. They present their budget to city council and you, I don't recall how we approved it last time, but so they wanted to know, do you every time they have a budget amendment, do the city council want them to bring it to city council, or just at the end of the year when they do an end of year report, and for their budget for next year, bring it all to city council at that time? Do you have a feel for that?
I'm guessing potentially not the latter. I'm thinking it'd probably be the former. Joe, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think to me, for me, it kind of depends on the size of the budget. If we're talking
Yeah,
minor budget amendments, then I don't know if I particularly want to hear every time they have one. But if it's a significant change, then I think we should see that before the end of the year.
yeah. We had the EDDA meeting today. Last time it was like minor changes that came up. I think the big one was just the revenues that we were expecting to collect was the major item.
Mhm.
So
that's
that
still
would
there.
be, and I think that was in positive, I believe, in a sense. So it wasn't a negative for their budget. I agree with Joe. I think we need to go ahead, Tamara. I know you want to jump in, or Sarah.
Oh, well, we had those same questions. Like if
Mhm.
if a project goes over by $5,000, city council probably doesn't want to see that. So what we had proposed is that they go ahead and bring this first one to city council because we think they're receiving significantly more revenue, and then discuss it at that time.
Right.
What city council would
Yeah.
like to see going forward. But
Mhm.
if you wanted to do something different, that's why I brought it up
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. All right. Thank you for that, Tamara. Anything else from staff?
I just have one question. Yesterday we had a citizen reach out. They wanted to record a video. They're not gonna be at the meeting, but they wanted to see if it could be shown during public comment. I was gonna tell them that they could turn that in or provide written comment, but thought I'd run it by you guys if that would be something you guys would want to allow.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I think I misunderstand. Are they trying to show it during public comment?
Yeah, they're not gonna be there though. They wanted to record it in advance and then have someone else play it for them.
I think my preference would be for them to just provide it to council and we can watch it on our own instead of taking the time during public comment, especially if they're not going to be present.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else from staff?
Yeah.
All right. Mayor Pro Tem, anything from you?
Nope.
All right. Well, everyone, that concludes today's mayor manager meeting. Everyone have a great day.
Yep.
You too.